Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with an 8 of Swords. I feel like you're having a difficult time figuring out what to do from here, where to go from here, which move to make, right? A lot of analysis paralysis with this card, okay? We're overthinking something. Let's put this into some context. Let's see if we can be a little bit more spontaneous. You know, why are we putting so much thought? Why are we putting so much consideration into something that maybe should be a little bit more effortless, right? More authentic. See, we're trying to find the most authentic way to move forward in our lives, but it's kind of like we're shooting ourselves in the foot. It's not something that we can figure out with math, right? We don't need a slide rule and a calculator and all this kind of stuff to figure out how to live authentically, to how to be our best self, right? We've got the Hierophant within us. We've got to take our instructions. We have to take our orders from our divine energy. We have a Princess of Swords, 8th, 3 of Cups, nice. And the Universe. The Universe. I think your Hierophant is preparing you for something. The universe is preparing you for something. And this is not something that your mind has to figure out. It's not a math problem for you to solve. It's something you have to feel from within and confirm outside of yourself, right? Confirm in the results that you see in the world what your kind of inner guide, your inner sage, your guardian angel, your spirit guide, your own soul, your own Hierophant, your higher self is telling you how to move forward and what to do in this situation. Your mind doesn't need to interfere, okay? We need something that's going to clear this air out of the way. We have a 2 of Pentacles, a 6 of Cups. We've got the Moon. We've got your power card, your superpower. And we've got happiness. We've got a 9 of Cups. Yes, the universe is preparing you for something absolutely marvelous. All right, 9 of Cups to end with. That's the best card ever. Your power card, your superpower, is in the position of the obstacle. It's difficult for you to tap into your superpower right now because you're overthinking. And your superpower is the ability to trust in the process and to go into the unknown future and be the trailblazer. You're the one leading the pack. If you think about the wheel of the zodiac, we always think of Aries as the leader, right? And you're the tail end. I don't look at it that way all the time. Don't tell Aries. I feel like Pisces is the leader of the pack because you're progressing next into Aries, right? That's you're the one that's leading everybody else into that the new beginning, the new phase of the cycle, the new rung of the spiral that begins with Aries, right? But it ends with you. You're the one carrying everything into the next phase of the evolution, right? And that's your superpower, to go into the unknown, to be the trailblazer, to be the one that kind of takes that blind leap into the darkness without fear. Well, with fear, but with bravery. I tell my daughter that all the time. She says, "Oh, I'm scared." I said, "Well, you know, it's good to be scared. We need to be scared. There's a reason why we feel scared, you know? Being scared is an opportunity to then be brave, and that's what we need to see here. I notice we don't have any fire cards here. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Maybe this will end up being a little bit of fire energy that we need. And we just put this card over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. Okay. Let's look around the room. We've got 2 major arcana cards only. The Hierophant and the Moon is your superpower card. We've got the Universe too. And the Universe is kind of the go-between, right? This is kind of what we're resulting. This is what we are. We're kind of taking that leap into that future, right? Right into the heart of the universe, right into this cosmic, transcendent experience. And I think the universe, I think your spirit, your guide, your soul, God, goddess, deity, whatever you want to call it, I think you're being prepared for something major, okay? And I think that we need this, we need the courage and the bravery, we need to trust in our higher self, trust in this inner guide, right? And take this big step into this future. Now with the Universe card, it reminds me of what I've read astronauts say this and cosmonauts, that they would say that the scariest thing about being in space, about doing this, primarily the spacewalk is what I was reading about. It's not about the vastness, the distances, because it's kind of hard to tell how big it is when you're in there, right? At least from what I've read. I've never been there myself. The scariest thing about doing that is when you get out of the spacecraft, everything about everything you are, from the core of your being, it feels like you should fall. And weightlessness inside the aircraft is one thing, right? But when you step out of the aircraft, everything, every soul, every fiber of your being expects you to fall, but you don't. And that's the most frightening thing, is that just kind of that dissonance, right? That shock to your system, where it's like the world is, everything you thought you knew about the world is out the window, right? That's the scariest thing about space travel, or about the spacewalks, or whatever, whatever you want to say. Is that, how do you reconcile that? Everything about you, every fiber of your being expects you to fall walking out of that spacecraft, but you don't. And it, from what I've read, is a completely mind-blowing experience. And that's kind of the major shock that you're in for. That's the major, revelation. It's going to turn your world upside down. And we don't know. Astronauts don't know if you're upside down or right side up. Right? Reminds me of a Dave Matthews song. Shout out to Dave. I heard he is a fan of the channel, and he watches his sun, moon, and rising sign readings on a weekly basis. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. Big things. And it's gonna really shake up your world. It's gonna turn everything upside down. And that's a frightening prospect, right? It's awesome. It inspires awe, right? And this kind of splendor and majesty and humbleness too. It really makes us feel like we don't know anything, right? And that's, again, your superpower, is to realize that we don't know what's coming next in our life. You don't know what this next step is for you until you get there. And if we look here, it even looks like the Prince of Cups is kind of starting to do that spacewalk, right? Getting a little bit closer to stepping out into that vast universe and really having your mind blown, right? Having your mind blown. And that's the problem. This is the mind. The Eight of Swords is the mind that's saying, no, we're not going to do this. We're not supposed to be up here and out here. This is not an environment that's friendly to human beings. So we're really, our mind is going haywire, right? Reminds me of Ash from Alien movie. Really going haywire here and trying to do everything it can, scrambling to prevent this from happening. But you, in your soul of soul, your heart of hearts, in your inner sanctum of your being, you know that this is something that you are being called to do. The universe is trying to prepare you in some way for this major event that is ultimately going to lead, taking this taking this giant step into the unknown is going to lead to your ultimate happiness. And I think that the universe is giving you glimpses of that. Okay? We have the Princess of Swords here in the background. I don't know if there's a younger female energy attached to you in some way. I feel like there's maybe somebody that's passed. I feel like this person's got your back, right? I mean, in a literal way. They're behind you here, kind of guarding the rear. I feel like that's somebody that you've got looking out for you. I feel like this is a guardian angel of some kind, but I feel that they're younger. I don't know if you lost a family member who was rather young when they passed. I don't feel that there is a close physical tie with you. Like, I don't feel like it was your child, but I feel like it's a younger female energy from the family that is now kind of this guardian angel. Maybe it's someone that you never met in the physical reality, right? But somebody that's really looking out for you. It could be the form that your higher self is taking in order to communicate with you. Okay, so there might have been a lot of dreams about that person, or maybe seeing old photographs, or just strange events happening in your life where you see an image of this young person, and it may even seem like it's a supernatural thing, and I feel like you've been experiencing more of that. Like, you've been seeing a certain face around, and maybe you don't know who that was, right? It's a guardian angel communicating with you, okay, and trying to show you the potential that this endeavor has, okay? Now, I don't know exactly what the universe is preparing you for, but I know that it is an expression of your essence, your purpose here, and you are, I feel this Prince of Cups energy, where you're trying to realize your potential. You're trying to figure things out so that you can live the right kind of life. Okay? And Spirit, through these energies, is trying to show you what that life is, but your mind is getting in the way. It's kind of like Spirit's like tapping you on the shoulder, trying to give you the answer, and you're just saying, no, wait, I'm trying to figure something out. You stop bugging me. I'm trying to figure it out. And Spirit's just tapping you on the shoulder. And you're too busy thinking to pay attention. You know what I mean? We've seen that trope in like cartoons and stuff, kind of like a Bugs Bunny thing or something. With the Three of Cups up above everything, this is that peak experience. This is Spirit showing you that there is this potential for the utmost joy and pleasure. This is a real abundance of this love energy, which here is doubled in the position of the environment. So this is what you're capable of. This is what you plus the world plus the universe is capable of. It's a doubling of this. It's you making connection with something else out there in the universe, right? This is really, really big. For some of you, this is going to be that soul connection, that love connection, that soulmate kind of connection. Yeah, for some of you, this is going to be a romantic thing. And I know that's not really a popular thing. I don't talk about romance a lot on this channel. It is a part of the readings. We all have relationships, whether they're romantic or otherwise, professional, platonic. So we don't do love readings here, but every reading is a reading of love, right? It's up to you where you focus that love, how you activate it, and what you choose to do with it. Okay, Spirit's showing me a ring of keys, a lot of keys, like you're like a dungeon master. What are those keys? There are a lot of keys on a one big ring. And I don't know what that's for or why I'm seeing that. A big key ring. It's kind of comical, actually. I don't know who has that for you, or if it's you or someone you know. Maybe it's your significant other or something. But the love energy is always present. Okay, love is what holds all of these cards together anyway. It just depends on how we're experiencing that. Is this something just between you and the universe? Is this the universe bringing you in contact with your desired object of your affection, your beloved, whether it's a person, a soulmate, right? A significant other, whether this is you uniting with your sense of purpose, with your God, goddess, deity. Maybe this is a spiritual union. But there's a doubling of this. This is your abundance within you meeting a counterpart out there in the universe. Okay? 3 and a 6 brought together by the universe itself. Okay? So what this is telling me is that there's going to be this really strange encounter. You're going to meet somebody, or you're going to unite with something. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's that soulmate, love at first sight kind of person. There's going to be a very weird way it happens. There's going to be some kind of a fluke or some kind of a weird synchronicity or some kind of a really strange coincidence or some really crazy luck that brings you and this other thing or other person together. Okay? Oddly, I'm getting a V name. Victor, Victoria, something like that. A V name. Could be the name of a place, a street name. Could be the name of a business or something, or a town maybe. Something very uncanny about the way you're meeting with this energy. Okay? There's going to be a connection that's going to be made that's going to just be like a weird series of events, you know? Let's talk more about the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. All right. We've got the 2 of Pentacles here. This is kind of you making the decision to take that big step. Right? To live out your best life, to really be authentic, to activate your superpower, and to take that big leap into the unknown. And maybe this is that kind of spiritual love connection, that deep, meaningful union, right? Activating that superpower. Because see, we see the sun rising at the bottom of this moon card. And that sun is your soul there. So the reason why you are able to use this superpower and step into the unknown is because you know that once you get there, it'll be known. Yeah, of course it's unknown. I haven't gone there yet. I don't know the future because I haven't arrived yet. Once you arrive, you're bringing the light. You're bringing the consciousness into that moment. You are the flashlight. You are the sun. You are the light bulb traveling through the dark universe. You know, once you get there, everything will be clear. Okay? And you know that you're the light. Yeah. So we have to make decisions that kind of bypass this thought process. Again, we've got, this is the air energy that we have. And I feel like this guardian angel, this younger female energy, guardian angel energy that's with you, is trying to just give you some sort of peace of mind, is trying to tell you, shh, don't think about it so much. You're being too mindful. You're being too wrapped up in your thoughts, trying to analyze things. It's not going to make sense, especially this union. It's an uncanny encounter, right? It's a very random coincidence kind of thing. That's not going to make any sense. It doesn't have to. Not everything needs to be sanctioned by our intellect, by our rational mind in order for it to be real. Okay? The 9 of Cups, absolute perfection, beauty, joy, bliss, satisfaction on every level of being physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, creative. This is the dream that keeps on dreaming. This is the bliss that keeps on blissing. This is the happiness that keeps on happening. The 9 of Cups. And this is the real living. We think of the 10 of Cups as being, oh, that's the dream come true. Well, yeah, kind of. But the 9 is where the pleasure's really at. Because this is us doing it, right? This is us, working toward that accomplishment. And it's kind of, once we get to the 10, we kind of have to push the goal back out a little bit and keep going because we want to experience that fun, right? We want to experience that joy. We want to have the happiness of living our life and not just reach our goal. We don't want to hurry up and finish as fast as we can and be done with it and just say, okay, I put it in a box and I've made that accomplishment. No, we enjoy the process of it. We enjoy the journey. We also enjoy the accomplishment and put it in a box, put it on the mantle. It's a trophy or whatever. It's an accomplishment. It's a pat on the back. It's a well done. But I want to get back out there and play. I want to get back out there and keep living my life and living this dream and exploring space and time and consciousness, you know? So the universe is preparing you for this. It's something major. It's not an event. It's not necessarily an achievement. It's a way of life. It's a new way of experiencing the universe. Yeah, and it has something to do with this union, this very strange coming together, a very strange, random seeming coincidence connection with someone or something, right? And it could be that stumbling into that ideal career, that dream job or something, right? Or that dream relationship or whatever it is. You'll know it when you see it. Anyway, let's look at the mystery card. I want this to be, another 9 of cups would be perfect. Well, if you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I'm just going to say a 9 of cups. Oh, 4 of swords. Good. This is actually better. This is what I should have said. Because that was the whole problem to begin with, that we've got too many minds. We're thinking about it too much. We're stressed out about it. We're trying to figure out, what do I do? What am I supposed to go? What is Spirit trying to tell me? What is it that I'm not seeing? Why can't I figure this equation out? Is my calculator broken? Just stop. Just rest. Meditate. Take a nap. Declutter your mind. Take a break from all of this calculation. Put the calculators away. Turn off the mind a little bit. Be quiet mentally. Easier said than done, but try. Practice. Yeah. This is the confirmation that we needed. Deep breath. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below in the video description. Okay. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday. I'm here every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Come back, see me tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the universe you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.